What's up, everybody? It's Hank here with Break MMA. Repeat guest, Primetime Adam Townsend.
Prime time.
repping Tennessee every day.
Every day. And the Dallas Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? And my pink robe.
Coming back, the Cowboys making a fucking comeback, beating the Redskins, I've always liked Dak, and I always liked Zeke. And I've said for years that those two, you just give them a good wide receiver. They got Amari Cooper. They're a legit threat now.
Yeah, man. I mean, they've had a line. Vander Ish is come along and taken over Sean Lee's spot.
DeMarcus Lawrence is a monster.
Yeah, I mean, we got a heck of defensive line. We've got, a good linebacker now. Our secondary is really good. And our offensive line's really good. We've got Dak. Dak is really the only. I like Dak, but he's just so hit or miss. That's kind of my biggest thing with Dak is him just being, kind of inconsistent here and there. But he's done better since Amari Cooper's come. You know what I'm saying?
And this is only his second or third year in the league. He's still a relatively new pup for the league, and he's definitely good. He's very good. He's not great yet, but he's very, very good.
Right. Well, he can be good, man. I really think he's got some Cam Newton-ish. He could be one of those guys. I really think that, or he's so. It's like when he broke those tackles and stuff like that, man. He's kind of a lot like Ben Roethlisberger and stuff like that as far as it goes. His arm is his biggest thing he's got to work on. That's his only flaw. He makes really good decisions, I feel like, but sometimes his arm just ain't where it needs to be, for the NFL.
Yeah, but this year, I'm sure you've been watching just like me every week. The real threat, the Super Bowl champions are going to be the Patriots, the Chiefs, the Rams, or the Saints. One of those four teams is going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean the Chiefs and the Rams look about unstoppable. I don't know, Drew Brees, bro.
I forgot. I misplaced the team. I mean the Patriots. Fuck the Rams. I put the Rams instead of the Saints. I meant the Saints, the Patriots, the Chiefs, or the Rams. Yeah, the Rams. I forgot the Saints.
Yeah, Rams, Chiefs, Patriots, and Saints are kind of the big teams in it right now. I think that. I think it'll be hard for really, we play the Saints tomorrow, ain't it? That Dallas plays the Saints.
Yep.
And that's going to be a tough-ass game for us, bro. I mean, that's really like – but then again, that's one of those things that's kind of like, they're playing in Dallas. Is he really? Hold on. They're playing in Dallas, and, the Cowboys have momentum, but so does the Saints. But at the same time, man, it feels like – it'd be a good way for us to come along with the season and really beat the Saints and put them down. I feel like it's in the air for some reason.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. But if I've told somebody, and I'm a diehard Patriot fan, Tom Brady fan all day, and they're doing good. They will always be like the Super Bowl will always go through Foxborough, New England every year. Like if you're representing the AFC, it's New England mostly, but. I believe that the Saints are going to win it this year. It looks like Drew Brees is unstoppable this year.
Yeah. Yeah, man, like that's like I'm not some people, I know Drew Brees, I know some other teams, some of the, the older guys and stuff like that, but I don't like fantasy football. I don't like, Draft Kings. I don't like none of that stuff. And to be honest with you, I bet on that. What game was it the other night? Was it the Rams and the Chiefs? Yeah, and that was the craziest game, one of the craziest games I've ever seen. And I didn't even know probably but like two players on the team. So even though those guys are doing really good, I just don't keep up with other teams other than the Cowboys. I can tell you about every player on the Cowboys team, but as far as other teams, I just don't pay attention to it. I do like Tom Brady. I like Drew Brees. I like Tom Brady. I like Aaron Rodgers. I like these tough quarterbacks that can really hurt you with the passing game, that really don't ever run the ball. That's kind of my thing that I've always enjoyed in the NFL. Is there's very, very few quarterbacks that can run and that can do it consistently like Dak or a Cam that don't get hurt because, you remember like RG3 or Michael Vick or those type of guys that could run in the NFL, they didn't do so well. They stayed on the injury. So I like those type of guys a lot, and Tom Brady, he's probably one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion.
Oh, he's the greatest
Yeah,
of all time.
I agree. I can agree with that.
And it's weird for me because like my favorite quarterback of all time is Tom Brady, my favorite player of all time. But I love a running quarterback. Like if I play Madden or if you're doing fantasy or something, I want Cam Newton. I want a Michael Vick. I want a running quarterback. But it's just one of those things. Like if you're down 10 points in the fourth quarter and you need clutch and you need to win, you need Tom Brady. But if you want
Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees. One of those three guys.
Well, you used to need Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is not Aaron Rodgers anymore.
Well, the problem with Aaron Rodgers is just like I bet, that was kind of there's two rules that I always go on in betting in football. Don't bet against Tom Brady. Don't bet against Aaron Rodgers because they can always come back and screw you over. I won a hell of a lot of money off that Super Bowl when he come back and won, dude. I won I bet when it was I bet him to win. And it was a plus like 600 or something like that. I bet like $50 and it won me. I don't know. It won me like $350, like just off that. Anyways, but you just don't bet against him because you never know how much they can come back. But Aaron Rodgers used to be like that, but
he's struggling now. But it's a team effort.
Yeah, no, his team has. I was looking at the injury report, and that's the reason I bet against him on Monday or Sunday. I mean, or was it Monday? I think it was the Monday night game. Anyways, I bet against him. And it's the first time I've bet against him in like 5 years, probably, honestly. And I ended up winning because I looked at all the injuries he had on his team, and man, that's the biggest problem with him, man. He just don't have a line like he used to. He was getting just killed by those guys.
Yeah, but the main reason why we're having you on again today is you got an upcoming fight for Brave. And the last time I talked to you, was you even signed to Brave, or did that happen after our first interview? Because I don't believe you were. Because I asked you, and you said that you were a free agent. I believe.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like up there in the works, but they was kind of bullshitting along with everything. They really wasn't bullshitting or nothing, but they had kind of gave me, they was just like, hey, we're going to sign you. We're going to let you fight November I think they want me to fight November the 16th in Bahrain, and I was all about that. And then they just kept kind of like, don't have an opponent, blah, blah. And then finally it just come aboard like, oh, yeah, we got you a fight for sure, to sign with us. I'm like, I'm not signing a deal with y'all until y'all give me a fight. You know what I'm saying? I've done been that route before. That ain't how it's working. So they sent me the fight contract, and I signed the other contract. So it was, they sent them to me both at the same time, so it was cool.
So your opponent, Mark, and how do you pronounce his last name? Holm?
Something, yeah, whatever. Holm.
I believe that's how you pronounce it. Mark Holm, Hulme. So I believe that's how you pronounce it. Have you done any research on him or looked up any highlights, or are you just going to win this one and go fight him?
One of his fights, he was he got disqualified. He elbowed this guy in the back of the neck, right in the middle of the spine. Don't know why he done that for. The guy was turtled up and he just elbows him right in the back of the neck.
So you could possibly be fighting a dirty fighter.
Yeah, I mean it wouldn't be the first time. So, but on top of that, he seems like I watched the interview on him today. Actually, they posted interviewed me both, and he was just saying how everybody thinks he's a grappler because he grapples in all of his fights, but he's really a striker. I don't know. I'm not impressed with his grappling. I'm not impressed with his striking. I feel like he's kind of green. He's only 6-2. I don't feel like he's had a ton of fights. I feel like that I've, way more experience, fought way tougher guys than him. I just want to go out there and chop him down. He's 6'2". I'm 5'7". It's going to be a huge reach advantage for him, a huge height advantage for him. But, I'm used to that shit. So it's going to be really nothing new to me like anybody's expecting. I think that he's, thinking he's going to be taller and stronger, but that's not going to be the case.
Basic plan, classic highlights from you is get in close, make it dirty, grappling, just a grind. Basically, that grind. Take takedowns when you need them, dirty boxing when you need to. A lot of people, some people, you'll see that's just. Oh, he's on hold just for a second. He'll come back.
Sorry,
you're good, man. But a lot of people you'll see they just kind of stick to one area. They're really, really good at jiu-jitsu or they're really, really good at kickboxing. I like to watch like somebody like John Finch, for instance. Where they wrestle a little, strike a little, jiu-jitsu a little, just a little bit of everything. I like fights that go to a decision. I like watching fights that last a full 3 rounds where you get to see who's better after 15 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I want to get out there and make it and get it over with as quickly as I can. I'm not going to say that that's not how I want to do. If I go out there and I one hitter quitter him, that would be the fucking ideal situation for me. But no, I do enjoy that because my Muay Thai fights, my boxing fights, even some of my first pro fights and my amateur fights, man, it really sucks to go out there and finish someone so quickly. And then you're like, man, I put all this hard work in and I didn't even get to really display any of it, or I didn't. That's the only bad thing I don't like about finishing fights early. But like I said, if I go out there and one hitter quitter this guy, I won't be disappointed at all, But I do like to grind, man. I do. I like taking people's heart from them. I think that's something I've always done in most of my fights. Is people get so frustrated when I won't stop coming forward. I'm in your face and in your face and in your face, and they know I ain't stopping coming at all. And it really, I think it demoralizes a lot of people.
Yeah, cardio is definitely no issue. Has it always been like that, to where you've just had a great gas tank and just been able to push it, or did you struggle at first with getting your cardio up? Because I know me, I'm a lazy ass motherfucker. I couldn't fight 15 minutes if my life depended on it.
Yeah, I would honestly say it was a struggle to me for some times. I just I just wasn't doing the things I needed to be doing, honestly, in my early career, especially as an amateur, man. I look back at the way I prepared, even as a pro. I look back, I prepared for some of my first fights, man. I'm like, dude, how did I even...
Hold on one second, man. Will you hold on just 1 second?
Yeah.
Okay, just 1 second. Oh, so sorry, man. My dog was barking. Had to get her shut up.
No problem. I know how that is, dude. Our dog drives us crazy. But no, like I said, I just look back at the way I used to train and stuff like that, man. And it's just like, I was just training once a day and really not doing a lot, and now I'm training, twice every day, even though I have really less time than I used to. Just doing strength and conditioning, doing, running, hitting the road, doing the road work. This morning I ran, it was 18 degrees outside. My nose felt like it was going to break off. And just not doing the proper mitt work, not doing the proper things. Man, I used to train so trash, but now I feel like cardio is one of my best attributes simply because I do the right thing. I wake up and run when it's cold. I go to my personal trainer when I don't want to. I'm at the gym every single night. I take no days off. So I really feel like I'm doing the things that makes me have good cardio. It's not just like me doing one particular thing. It's me working my ass off for a fight. So
yeah, some people are just naturally gifted with it, with a good gas tank.
Oh yeah, man. I remember Jonathan Pierce, bro. That dude, he wouldn't train for a month and come in and have better cardio than I would. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? It drove me crazy.
So are you in Tennessee still right now prepping?
Yeah.
I can attest. It's cold as a motherfucker. I'm in Crossville, Tennessee, and it is freezing.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, it was 18 degrees this morning when I ran, bro. It was. That's the coldest I've ran in a long time.
It's definitely freezing. But before we do get you off here, I want to just go over just a few brief, get your prediction on a couple of things. Tito Chuck 3, disaster, horrible. Did you watch it? First off, did you pay for it to watch it, or did you just watch the highlights the next day like I did?
No, I've got a Fire Stick.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Oh yeah.
So I've still done that. I watched it for free on there. And I actually fell asleep during the walkout, I think, of Tito. And I was so mad because I watched all them other horrible fights.
To get to that one.
To get to that one and then missed it. So I watched the highlights of it the next day. Man, I thought that Chuck Liddell looked just horrible even walking to the scale. The way he stepped on that scale, dude, he just looked like Now, I'm not talking about like the morning scale making weight. I'm talking about like the one where he was already hydrated and shit. The later one, the fake one.
Yeah,
dude, he just looked like he could barely walk. And I was like, man, this ain't gonna be good. And I bet on Tito. I knew Tito was gonna win. Chuck's 8 years past his prime, dude. Like, why is he even out there fighting? I hate guys like Anderson Silva now, and Anderson Silva is doing it, and Chuck Liddell's doing it, and who else? Rampage, and just so many guys that are just need to just hang it up and quit because their chin's gone and they're just not the same fighters they used to, and built the sport and had such a legacy, are just ruining it, and it drives me crazy, man.
Yeah, I bet on Chuck. I did. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hide it. But only because Chuck was too. Think about it. Chuck had knocked Tito out twice, and it was, if it had been anybody else, if it had been Chuck Stephan Bonner, Chuck Shogun, Chuck Rashad, I'd have bet on anybody else except Chuck. But I thought he could still beat Tito. And when he was moving, he wasn't looking fast and all that. But I went back today actually and watched the first 2 fights with Tito. He didn't really look all that fast then. He was just really powerful. Like Chuck's always, he's always been
never fast.
Power striker. Yeah. So I rewatched the fight with the third fight a bunch, and Chuck he wasn't looking great, but really nothing was happening. It was like nothing was happening, and then the fight was over.
The biggest thing for me with that fight, and because I still thought that Chuck, I knew Chuck would have power still. That wasn't even a question. But that's the last thing that ever goes is your power, and you get, he's done had that grown man strength. But the biggest thing to me is Tito still stayed active. Tito has stayed really active. He's beat some guys. He's not really took a lot of punishment. He's not been knocked out. That was just the biggest thing with me, man. It's just like he really had to go out there and get hit. And man, when Chuck started getting knocked out by God, who did Chuck get knocked out by that I thought was horrible?
Shogun, Rich Franklin.
He got knocked out by Rich, dude. I was like, yeah, it's over. That's over for Chuck.
It was sad to watch, and he should hang it up. But then again, we're kind of weird on some of the legends because they still, like Shogun or Tito or older guys. They're legends, and we love them, but they really shouldn't be fighting anymore. One more quick one I want to do before we get off here. Saturday, Wilder Fury. It's my birthday. First off, I don't even know if you even follow boxing like that, but obviously about Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Who you got? Let's see if we agree on this one.
We know we're not. I really want to see Tyson Fury win, man. I want to.
We're the same.
I want to see him win. I just don't. I probably won't bet on him. Like I'm that type of way a lot of different times. Like I probably won't put no money on him, but man, Wilder, dude, he's just got that punch. He's got that movement. He's got that punch. And Tyson's, is a white boxer. He's got that grind. He's got that grit, that dirty inside boxing, make it ugly. But damn, Wilder's got that power.
Tyson will win. I'm pretty confident. Did you see the stare down that happened like an hour or two ago?
Yeah, I actually did see the picture, but I didn't see the stare down.
They almost started fighting like the actual press conference.
Yeah, they're selling it. Yeah,
they're into it, you could say. And Tyson coming back from the mental health and all that. I've followed Tyson Fury since way back in the day, and I just believe he's gonna win. I believe that he's gonna either knock Wilder out or win on points. Because if people remember, Luis Ortiz was beating the shit out of Wilder until Wilder won. It was like he was like the same thing, losing, and then you're winning all of a sudden. I think it's good.
Hey, yeah, it's gonna be good. Let me ask you a question now. Have you looked at those? You looked at that view count on that Kill Shot versus Rap Devil, bro?
Oh God. Well, are we talking like the actual? Because he didn't do an actual music video. He did like because Machine Gun Kelly did an actual music video, and Eminem didn't actually do a video. I would argue, I don't know the number off the top of my head, but I would argue there's not much difference.
Oh my God, it's crazy different.
Is there a crazy difference?
Crazy. That's why I brought it up. It's like the first day Eminem dropped his, has done more than MGK's has done now. You know what I'm saying? The first day it done more than it's done. So right now, MGK still don't have as many views as Eminem did in one day.
You would think it would be the opposite because MGK actually had a video.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's basing off views YouTube plays, though. I mean, it's the same, you know, whether it's just him just sitting there rapping or whether they're watching the video. Yeah, I mean, I agree with what you're saying there, but I just wanted to bring that up because I saw it.
I'm going to check you, and if you're wrong, I'm going to bring this up next time.
Check your facts, bro. I'm got them. I done my research.
But before we do get off here, how can we see your fight? How can we watch your fight?
Yeah, so if you live in Johnson City, go out to OT Sports and Social to watch it. If you're in Elizabethton, Hampton, Rome Mountain, wherever, go right down here to El Charlie's or Jiggy Ray's Pizza and watch it. They're all playing it. I'll fight around probably 7-hour time difference, so main event's normally around 10, 11 o'clock. I should fight around 3 p.m. in the United States in the Eastern Time. Or if you're not in those locations, you want to watch me fight, you can watch it on FITE.TV, fight.tv. It's $15 on there, so go ahead and check it out and buy it on there. But definitely check me out, man.
It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth the $15 for that. Check him out. Primetime.
Primetime. Thanks, man.
Yes, I will hit you up again, man, after your fight.
All right, bro. Sounds great, man. Good talking to you.
See ya.
See you, dude.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry about the interruption. My fucking dog was barking, and I want to shut her ass up. But this is Hank with Smoke Break MMA. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview with Adam Primetime Townsend.